What's up, my theater nerds? How are you guys doing this evening? Theater nerds, you know who you are. And we're so glad you're here with us. It's Tuesday night, so it must be This Week at the Theater with SARTA, the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We bring this to you each week for all you theater nerds, so you can find out what's going on in our local community theater scene, which I think is a pretty good feature when you're looking at planning a weekend or figuring out what you want to do around town. If you're a live theater person, if you want to know what's happening, there's some one-night only special events. There's some only this weekend special events coming up, and then there's some full runs of great theater that are about to happen. So let's get started and take a look at what's happening. We are SARTA, Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance, and we're so glad you could join us for This Week at the Theater, June 18, 2024. We are very close to saying goodbye to spring. The solstice happens this weekend. I love these changes of season because it really changes the energy, at least for me. Okay, I'm not going to get deep and metaphysical on you, right? But it does change the energy, at least for me, around what we're doing and where we're going and how everything is happening. And so we will actually officially transition into summer over the weekend. Between the 21st and 22nd, we will achieve our solstice. It'll officially be summer, and then it's going to be a downhill run to fall. Oh my gosh, half the year gone. Half the year gone already. Part of 2024 is in the books. Gotta love it. If you ever want to find out what's going on in your neck of the woods and local theater, please go to our website, sarta.com. Check out our community calendar. We try and put everything there for you. So as the theaters and different companies let us know what's going on, we put it up on our community calendar. We also, if you should decide to become a SARTA member, offer a bi-weekly newsletter, a twice-weekly newsletter. Wrong term, because there's a Tuesday newsletter that gives you all the workshops and classes and things like that, usually geared a little more toward a lot of the youth folk, but those of you who have young thespians in your household might be interested in doing that. And then the Friday newsletter, which is like everything else, usually a lot of what I'm bringing to you, along with any special events and things like that that are going on. And we try and put any special events that SARTA is having in both the newsletters, so you can know when we're going to have our next headshot day or when we're going to have another workshop that we're going to offer. We're looking to offer some of those soon. We're in negotiations for spaces to have them. That's always the issue, is where. Where can we host a fundraising event? And as a small nonprofit, it's got to be a place that will not charge us everything we make on the event to hold the event. So, bit of a catch-22. So if any of you have any extra theaters laying around in your pocket or just some nice spaces that, SARTA could use for a headshot day or workshop or something like that, please let us know. Contact us at sarta.com, shoot us an email and say, we would love to endow you with a theater. We will sing your praises. It will be wonderful, okay? All right. Thank you for that. That's my gracious plug for theater space. Happy Pride, y'all. It's still June. We're just in the middle of it, and I know there's a lot of activities that are still going on. This past week, and I actually participated in some of the Juneteenth activities that are going on, and Juneteenth is actually tomorrow. So there's a lot that goes on in June. We just had Father's Day, so to all of you who are dads, identify as dads, do the dual duty of being a dad and happen to be a mom, happy Father's Day to you. So there's a lot that happened this month. A ton of you probably graduated from someplace. Yay you for getting on with the rest of your life. That's wonderful. Congratulations. So lots to look at and celebrate along with Pride in June. I really want to put together sort of a retrospective. I like doing the research for slideshows and things like that to talk about the impact of queer people in theater, because I'm sorry, I don't think you can have a lot of theater without a lot of queer people, because queer people have been some of the more creative minds in the theater world. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. I will put that together. If I don't have it together by the end of this month, I will definitely have it for you next year for Pride. Yeah. Because that's important. Queer people are everywhere, as they should be. The amount of pushback and intolerance that is given in so many places to so many people is unacceptable. And we're still working on that. And hopefully you can find the joy and wonder in understanding and knowing other people. Put yourself in their place. Understand where they come from. Be kind. Just be kind. You can do it. I have faith in you, humanity. You test me some days, but I do have faith in you. All right. We've got a couple special events coming up, so let's get right to it. This weekend only, I told you I'd have it this weekend only for you, at the Uli Theater, the Prism Theater Troupe is going to do a doo-wop pop tribute to the 50s and 60s. If you like that kind of music, if you like that under the roof, just, it'll be wonderful. I've heard these folks sing before. They are amazing. I already have my tickets. So I hope you will get your tickets to go see Doo-Wop Papa tribute to the 50s and 60s featuring the Prism Theater Troupe. Now, limited tickets are available. The Uli Theater is not that big, so you better get your tickets while they last. I bought mine this evening, so there's still some on the docket. Get your tickets for this June 20th, the 21st, and 22nd only. And then it's gone. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30, you know you're going to want to see this, all right? The other thing is coming up, and I know this one's a long way away, but put it in your calendar. If you're like me, and I always will say this, for me, October is the most wonderful time of the year. I love it because there's so much extra dressing up. I mean, when you do theater, you get to dress up anyway. You get to put on other characters. But when it's October and you're doing theater and you're involved in all these different things, there's even more to dress up for. And the Women's Theater Collective is hosting a gala, which is going to be a masquerade. I just can't stand it. It's going to be October 5th from 7 until 10 p.m. at the CalCap Black Box Theater, 9845 Horn Road, Suite 100 in Sacramento. It's a lovely space. I've been there before for several different shows and events. They're going to have desserts, libations, a silent auction because you're going to be trying to raise some money for the Women's Theater Collective, and they're going to have entertainment. So you're going to want to stay tuned or check out their website because I'm sure as we get a little closer, they'll have tickets available. They haven't said what the tickets for this will be yet, but it's going to be an evening of great fun, and it's a masquerade. I mean, come on. You get to dress up and put on a mask for the Women's Theater Collective. You should do this. It's going to be exciting. So, if that's not enough to plan for, you got something this weekend and you got something to look forward to in October, let's get those resumes and headshots together because I've got some new auditions to tell you about too. This one you've heard before, and is happening this coming weekend, the 23rd and the 24th of June. They're holding open auditions at Volcano Theater Company. This is a lovely trip up to the foothills. If you've never been there before, you should go and check it out. They're auditioning for Charlotte's Web. Great show. Absolutely great show. The performances are going to start on August 23rd and run through September 21st, Friday and Saturday evenings at 8 o'clock. So if you want to audition for this amazing show, Charlotte's Web, get in touch with them at Volcano Theater Company. Also coming up are general auditions for the 2024-2025 season with Chautauqua Playhouse. Now, these are starting tomorrow, June 19th, and again on Thursday, June 20th. So you've got a couple of days that you can get in there to audition. It's a general auditions. They're looking for people for several different shows for the rest of their season through 2025. And I put the radio series in here because that is one of the shows that they like to do. I think it's once a month they do the radio show piece. So you could be a part of that too. So if you want to audition for the Chautauqua Playhouse, they're out in the Carmichael area of town. Please, please, please go to their website, check and see what else you may need to bring with you. But it's general auditions. lots of directors there to see who's going to be good for what play. So you could get cast right away. More auditions coming up. This is for Jekyll and Hyde the musical out at Davis Musical Theater Company, DMTC. This is going to be this coming Sunday, June 23rd at 7:30, or Monday, June 24th at 7:30. All of this is happening at 607 Penna Drive, number 10 in Davis. You've got all sorts of things happening. This isn't going to be hitting the stage until September 6th, so you've got plenty of lead time for this. Jekyll and Hyde the musical. Such a dramatic, wonderful thing. More auditions. These are happening out at the Woodland Opera House. Woodland Opera House is putting on Children of Eden Jr. You're going to see this come up again because I've got it on a double build slide later on for another one that's happening in August. I didn't want you to miss it, so I just left it there, but they're really pushing this one this Sunday and Monday, June 23rd and 24th. I know, there's a lot of auditions this weekend, right? So Sunday and Monday, you could be very busy running around auditioning for things. But if you want to be part of Children of Eden Jr., out at Woodland Opera House, this is part of their Rising Stars production. The ages open to ages 7 to rising high school seniors, so that's the age break for this. They've got more details at their website. You can go check it out. See if this would be great for you or the young thespian in your household. Get them out there to audition for Children of Eden Jr. More auditions happening. This time it will be the following Sunday, June 30th, out at Sutter Street Theater. They're putting on The Producers. This is a Mel Brooks classic. You've probably seen it before, but you'll see it again in this format. This is, again, Sunday, June 30th at 7 o'clock. The Sutter Street Theater Annex, 710 Figueroa Street in Folsom. If you have a good piece of music already prepared, bring it with you. If you don't, prepare 18 to 32 bars of a musical theater song. You want to pick out something that's going to show your best range and your best abilities. You need to bring your own accompaniment, so have it on your phone, bring it on a CD, no sheet music and no a cappella. They don't have, you just sing by yourself, and they will not have an accompanist. So you've got to bring your own tunes, your own music, your own backup choir or orchestra in your phone or something like that. If you have your headshot and resume, they want you to bring that too. If you don't, you should get them. We'll be coming back to you to tell you when our next headshot day is. And a list of conflicts. So conflicts are really important. And let me take this time to talk about that when we're talking about auditions. When you're auditioning for a show, you are really putting yourself out there for the run of a production. And the run of the production is not just when the production's on stage. It's all the rehearsal time in front of that production. So if you can't show up for the rehearsals, if you can't be there, and don't you dare say you can't be there for Tech Week. No, you have to be there so that you know where everything is, so the directors and stage managers and everyone else knows how it's moving around, so that when you all do hit the stage for the run of the show, it's perfection. So if you have conflicts with show dates, they're just flat out not going to cast you. So you can't hem and haw about this. If you want to be in theater, you got to make the commitment to be in theater. And that's the coolest thing about people who are doing community theater. It's not like they're getting paid a ton for this, if at all. They're doing it for the love of theater, for the excitement of putting on the show, for the thrill of being able to take on a character. So let's respect all that and really be open and honest about, maybe this isn't the best time for me to take on a theater, production, a full production. Or maybe, I can do this right now. That's my lecture on having conflicts and showing up for theater. It's really important. I've watched a lot of shows have a lot of problems before that. We've posted a lot of emergency castings because of that, because somebody said yes and then something happened, and life happens while we're trying to do everything else. But if it was just you didn't check your schedule, not good. More auditions. Let's go back up to Sutter Street Theater in Old Folsom, where Alan Schmeltz is going to be directing The Secret Garden. This is going to be auditions for Sunday, July 7th at 7 o'clock. at the Sutter Street Theater Annex on Figueroa Street in Folsom. They're just going to do some cold readings from the script. You don't need to come up with any accents or anything like that. They want you to bring a headshot and theatrical resume if you have them, and a list of any potential conflicts. There's that conflict thing again, right? Because they want to be able to make sure that when they cast a show, everyone will be there. Here's another one that came in. I got this one today from Roseville Theater Arts Academy, RTAA. Seussical the Musical is going to be a main stage production for all ages. Auditions are going to be Monday, July 8th. Well, we only really have a couple weeks of June left, so don't think that July is way out there. Go ahead and put it in your calendar if you're thinking that you want to do this. Monday, July 8th, and callbacks will be on Tuesday, July 9th. And Wednesday, July 10th, if they need to have those. So if you want to be a part of Seussical, the musical, it's a main stage production at Roseville Theater Arts Academy. It's going to be running in September. Get on out there and audition for that. Here's the other one that I was telling you about. I already shared with you that they're auditioning for Children of Eden, but the other one that's on this one, which is also part of the Rising Stars auditions out at Woodland Opera House, is Mean Girls Jr. They're auditioning for this in August, the 25th and the 26th. I will be bringing this back to you again. I'm sure they'll give us a single poster as we get a little bit closer, but I wanted to make sure we didn't forget this because people get busy in the summertime. But if you want to audition for Mean Girls Jr., it's coming up in August. All right. Told you we had a few extra auditions to do this time, but so let's check and see what we've got playing right now at the theater. They're still running the musical comedy Murders of 1940 at Sutter Street Theater, but let me tell you, this is the final weekend. So if you haven't gone to see this, you need to get your tickets now. It's going to be Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, and then this coming Sunday at 4:30 will be the final show. So if you haven't been out to see this comedy, musical comedy Murders of 1940, get your tickets now. Final weekend for this one. The next one I wanted to share with you is happening at the Stage at Burke Junction. This is opened on May 31st, and it's going to play through June 30th. So through the end of the month, you still have a little time to get your tickets. It's Edward Albee's The Goat, or Who is Sylvia? Directed by one of our own local, wonderful, amazing directors, Anthony Dewan. Again, this is happening up at the Stage at Burke Junction. You can get your tickets by going to their website, stageatburke.com/goat. I know, what a wonderful thing. Or just go to their website. I'm sure they have a button for tickets for that. Still playing at Celebration Arts, but you've only got another 2 weekends to enjoy this one. Top Dog, Underdog. This is a production directed by Melinda Wilson Rainey and a play by Suzanne Laurie Parks. Again, playing at Celebration Arts right now. Top Dog, Underdog. It's been getting some really rave reviews too. I saw some reviews come through on this. An amazing production. Top Dog, Underdog at Celebration Arts. Playing in June through the 29th, so you've still got another week to see this. Much Ado About Nothing by Dear William Shakespeare is playing at Big Idea Theater Company. So you can go to their website and get tickets for this wonderful piece of Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing through June 29th at Big Idea Theater. Also now playing at the Woodland Opera House through June 30th is Peter and the Starcatcher. Peter and the Starcatcher gives you a deeper glimpse into the world of Peter Pan. So if you'd like to be a part of or see this production, go check out Woodland Opera House and get your tickets for Peter and the Starcatcher. Now, if you want to go back up to the foothills where it's going to be lovely and we've had some great breezy days, they're showing Drinking Habits up at Volcano Theater Company. This will be playing through July 13th, so you've still got time to go and see this one. It just opened on the 14th. So this one is by Tom Smith and is directed by Bob Dudovich. They put on great productions up there at Volcano Theater Company. You should go check it out. Go see Drinking Habits. Still playing over at B Street Theater's main stage is the Newlywed Game. This is playing through July 14th, and it's a winner of one of their new comedies festival for last year, as a matter of fact. And now they've got it on the stage this year. So it should be a great production. Again, it's on the main stage at B Street Theater right now, the Newlywed Game. Rock of Ages opened on June 15th, which was just this last weekend, and will be playing through July 14th. This is the teen edition, and it's playing up at Sutter Street Theater. So again, another option to go to Sutter Street Theater and see some great theater. This is Saturdays and Sundays at 1 o'clock. Saturdays and Sundays at 1 o'clock. So they'll have an afternoon show, and then they'll come back with an evening show. So they've got the musical murder mysteries of 1940s in the evening and Rock of Ages in the afternoon. You can't say the theater's dark very long, right? Good old Sutter Street Theater, they're keeping those seats filled. The final main stage show of the season for Chautauqua Playhouse is One Slight Hitch, written by Lewis Black, that's right, the comedian. It's playing through July 14th on Fridays and Saturdays at 8 and Sundays at 2. If you want to check out this final main stage show of their season, go get your tickets at their website right now for One Slight Hitch by Lewis Black. Well, that's a lot that's playing right now. You've got your choice of things, and you don't really have to pack it all into one weekend. You can see a couple of shows this weekend and a couple of shows the following weekend, and then all the things that are still playing into July. You've got time, but book it now, okay? Get your tickets. Let's take a look at what's coming up, though, because we've got some great things that'll be coming soon. This one always cracks me up. I want to go and see this show. It ran once before about a year ago, and I didn't get a chance to see it. Steve Martin, yeah, I know, these comedians keep writing plays. The Underpants. This is from June 21st through July 20th at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater. Main Street Theater Works is putting on this production, and it should be amazing. So get your tickets soon for The Underpants with Main Street Theater Works. Davis Musical Theater Company is running its production of Disney's The Little Mermaid. It's opening this Friday, the 21st, and it'll run through July 14th. This again is at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center, 607 Penna Drive, number 10 in Davis. If you've ever been out to DMTC, you know it's a great space to see a show. Go see The Little Mermaid. It's a Broadway musical. Coming up also to Roseville Theater Arts Academy, in fact, it's going to open this weekend, is going to be Once Upon a Mattress's Youth Edition. This is their Young Broadway Players production of this show. It's playing June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and then it's gone. So one weekend only, coming to Roseville Theater Arts Academy, Once Upon a Mattress Youth Edition. Another wonderful piece presented by the Artist Collective. This is going to be a collection of one-act comedies and dramas that are written and performed by the members of the Artist Collective. So join them for a night of laughs and tears and joys of the workplace. It's called Workplace. It's going to be performed at the Uli Theater, 2007 28th Street. That's right down in Midtown. It's a great theater. Again, this is from June 28th until July 14th. So coming up, but you can get your tickets right now. They're on sale. Guess what else is coming back? We look forward to this every year because this is a summertime staple. I don't know about how many of you remember going over to see the Shakespeare Festival when it was over at the big amphitheater in William Land Park. I used to always marvel at how those actors could be in all that wonderful Elizabethan clothing when it was 97 degrees outside. Oh my gosh, it would be so warm. But you could take a picnic and drinks and everything and sit there and kick back and enjoy an evening of Shakespeare. Well, they're doing it inside the theater now, where it's nicely air conditioned and you can buy snacks and you get a comfy chair. But they're going to be doing Julius Caesar this time. They're going to open this on July 5th and run it through July 8th. It's going to be at the Art Court Theater at Sacramento City College. So you can still enjoy the Shakespeare Festival, but in a much more comfortable atmosphere inside in their wonderful Black Box Theater. Get your tickets now and go check it out. The Shakespeare Theater Festival. Sierra Stages is presenting its production of Honk. This is opening on July 11th at the Nevada Theater. Sierra Stages is thrilled to present the musical retelling of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Ugly Duckling. It should be great. This is going to open on Thursday through Saturday at 7:30, starting on July 27th. So it's going to run through August 3rd at the Nevada Theater Company. So check out their website, get your tickets, and go up and see Honk at Sierra Stages. Also coming up really soon with Stage Right Productions is Beauty and the Beast. This is going to open on July 12th and play through July 27th. At Rockland Community Theater, the performances are going to be at St. Matthew's Lutheran Church, 8785 Placer Corporate Drive in Rockland. You can go to the Stage Right Productions website and get more information and get your tickets so you can go see Disney's Beauty and the Beast. We also have the new Comedies Fest for this year that's going to be happening soon. This is going to start middle of next month, July 17th through the 21st at B Street Theater on the Voris Main Stage, the new Comedies Festival of 2024. Maybe we'll have another winner, and in 2025, we can see the winner of the 2024 show back up at B Street Theater. The Adventures of Tom Sawyers is returning to Davis Musical Theater Company stage. They're going to do this. They haven't done it since 2019, so that was a pre-pandemic experience. This one's going to open on July 19th and play through July 28th. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer at Davis Musical Theater Company. Finally, this one is a special engagement production called Blood of the Lamb, playing from July 26th through August 4th. It's a deep show, but it speaks to something that's happening in our world right now. The synopsis says it's looking at two women who are navigating the vagaries of the law that require a dead fetus to be carried to term as an unborn citizen of the state of Texas. Current events, right? This is where theater and art reflect life and really make us take a hard look at the issues around this. The play is current at the moment, and we find these women on opposite sides of the table amidst all the legal precedents and administrative things and moral obligations to humanity. So it should be powerful, should be really good. It's called Blood of the Lamb, and it's playing by special engagement at B Street Theater, July 26th through August 4th. Well, there's a lot more theater coming up, and I actually did get another new season schedule to add to the list since I was away from you last time. So let's take a look at the season schedules really quickly. Chautauqua Playhouse has given us their season schedule for 2024 and 2025. Chautauqua is going to be doing Sherlock Holmes, Nemesis, then Scapin in October, Scrooge, the musical, which is, if you haven't been to Chautauqua Playhouse to see Scrooge, the musical, I highly, highly recommend you get tickets for that this year. It's wonderful, it's moving, it's joyous. I know you know the story already, but seeing it come to life on stage, Warren Harrison does amazing things with this. So does Roger Hootman, who's just the godfather of this particular production. Yeah, you want to see Scrooge the musical at Chautauqua Playhouse. Then they're going to do Twilight of the Golds, following it up with Sordid Lives next February. They're going to do The Boys Next Door starting next April. Strange Bedfellows, a new musical comedy, in June of next year. And then, as always, throughout the season, they're going to have their live radio series. So this is what their general audition is going to be casting for. Remember back when I said they were holding the general auditions the next couple of days? You could be in one of these productions. It could be wonderful. So check it out and see what's there. NorCal School of the Arts is bringing its production to you also of all of their 2024-2025 shows, including A Midsummer Night's Dream, The Wizard of Oz, Youth Edition, Into the Woods, Beauty and the Beast Jr., Clue on stage, which is always fun because I think that's the one where they get to change the ending periodically. And then they're going to wrap up their season with The Jungle Book Kids. So thank you, NorCal School of the Arts. Woodland Opera House is closing out its 2024 season right now with the opening of Peter and the Starcatcher this weekend. So it should be great. But look what's coming. This is their 2024-2025 season. And I've already shared with you some of the auditions that are happening. Children of Eden is happening right now. We've already had the post for Mean Girls auditions. They're going to have White Christmas, which is going to be their December show, which I definitely want to get to see this time. I didn't get to see it last time, and I do want to see that. And then next year, they're going to have productions of Amelie, The Book of Will, The Big 1-0, The Prom, and Something Rotten. Should be wonderful. Thank you, Woodland Opera House, for sharing with us. Volcano is continuing their great season. Right now, they've got The Drinking Habits running right now. And I just shared with you that they're doing auditions for Charlotte's Web, so that's coming up pretty soon. And then they'll wrap up their holiday season with The Christmas Foundling by Norman Allen. So you'll have plenty of great theater to see up in the foothills in Volcano. And then there's Sutter Street Theater. And as I said, they're running things at 1 o'clock, which is their family series. Then they're running things in the evening, which is their off-Broadway series. So right now, they're doing Rock of Ages and the musical comedy Murders of 1940. But they're going to come back with things like Visiting Mr. Green, Finding Nemo Kids, The Secret Garden, Evil Dead, the musical. And if you haven't seen that one, that's one of their holiday spectaculars. Oh my gosh. Sit in the splash zone if you can, okay? They'll wrap it up with Holiday in the Hills, which is always one of their holiday classics, talking about some of the history and wonder that goes on up at the Gold Rush area that they're in. So thank you, Sutter Street Theater, for sharing that with us. Davis Musical Theater Company is wrapping up their 39th season of musicals with The Little Mermaid opening this weekend. So that's happening right now. And here's their 40th anniversary season that's coming up next. Jekyll and Hyde, which I already shared with you, they're doing auditions for, is coming up soon. They're going to follow that with My Fair Lady. Then they're going to follow that with A Sign Says This Musical Cannot Be Officially Announced Until July 1st, 2024, but it will be a musical about show business. It's 42nd Street. I already know which one it is. It's going to be amazing. But, you know, theaters put embargoes on things, so you can't tell somebody else what you're doing until the other theater's done doing it. So that's why you see things like that pop up every now and again. They're going to come back in spring of 2025 with Young Frankenstein, always a great one, followed by Sister Act, and then wrap up their 2025 season with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Always a classic. Thank you, Davis Musical Theater Company, for always bringing us 40th anniversary season. So many years of such good entertainment. Did you see your theater company or group in this? Well, if you did not, that means you haven't sent us your information, and we need to get that from you so we can publicize your programs and your theater at sarda.com. You can load it up on our webpage under shows and additions. We have a form that you can fill out. Just put your information in there. Give us some photos. We'll make sure we put it into the community calendar. We'll get it into the Twitch stream for these evenings. We'll put it in our newsletter. But you got to get us the information. We would love to have that. And I know a lot of you use social media as your big push, but we are free social media. please send it to us. We would love to share it with everybody, okay? If you have not done so, you can follow us. Either follow us on Facebook at Sarda Theaters, or you can follow us on YouTube at Sarda Theaters. Every time we do these Twitch shows, we archive those onto YouTube. So if you missed it, you can go back and look later on. If there was a community conversation you wanted to see, you can go back and check it out. So follow us. And if you're here hanging out with me this evening, please hit the little heart there and follow us here on Twitch, and you'll get a little notification every Tuesday night when we get ready to do this that says, hey, Sarda Theaters is getting ready to talk about what's going on this week at the theater. You should join. You should come hang out. Wow, that was a lot this week. And if you didn't see yours in here, that's because I don't have it yet, and would love to have it, would love to publicize what's going on at your theater company. So please get it to us. I tell you this each week. I really hope you'll take me up on it. I'd like to see you at the theater. If you see me out and about, please say hello and tell me that you saw this on Twitch and you just had to get your tickets to go to see a great theater production, because there's so many of them out there happening. I hope to see you this week at the theater. Take care, everyone, and happy solstice. Enjoy the beginning of summer, okay? Bye, guys.